Hello Flosstube! Welcome back to all my returning subscribers, and if you've stumbled across this Flosstube channel, welcome. My name is Natalia, and this is my Flosstube channel where I talk about my love of cross-stitching and some of my other crafty hobbies. And I am doing an update video to show what I've worked on since last week. I was a little delayed because we had the Memorial Day weekend, this past weekend, and I debated whether just waiting to do a monthly wrap-up, but I've gotten a fair bit of progress on my whips, and I've also got some haul that I was pretty excited to show you. So I decided to just go ahead and film this, and then probably in a few days you'll see my monthly wrap-up video. So let's go through what I've been working on. This has been my daily project, my Angel of Elegance. This is a gold collection dimensions kit. I'm using the kit called for kit materials. My oldest whip to date. I have officially hit the metric for my Stitch My Way to You Sal. This is one of the works in progress whips. I basically put this on at the end of last year, and I had like 6 or 7 whips that I'd already started and asked people to pick one, and then based off the people who picked them, they picked a city they were in, and then based off where I live, I guesstimated how long the distance was in kilometers, and for each kilometer I have to stitch 1 full cross. So I think I had like about 8,000, just under 8,000 stitches for this one, and I have already hit that goal, so this has gotten way more stitching than it did the past couple years. I think I started this back in 2021, and since the last time I showed this to you, this has gotten 1,816 stitches. We are officially at 35.7%. And I think I'm going to switch over to stitching 100 stitches a day. And if we get to the end of the year, this should take us to most of the stitching being done, and then I still have to do the back stitching and there's like a little bit of beads and some cording with this, as you know, for dimensions kits. This is an 18 count white Aida that it's being stitched on. There are, dimensions calls for stitching with 3 threads and 2 threads. So far I've only gotten into the 2 thread stitching, so 2 threads over 1 block of Aida, 2 over 2 full cross, or sorry, 2 over 1 full cross. So it's just basic cross stitches for now. When I start getting into some of the dimensional or textured stitching, I think it does call for some 3 over 1 half stitches in the wings and other areas. I'll let you know. But yes, I'm very happy with the progress. You can start seeing the cape, and I'm sparsing it out a little bit at a time because now I'm starting to stitch a lot more of that white on white. It is a bit tedious, but getting the little bit of stitching done every day really does add up. So I'm very happy with this, and I hope to keep getting more progress on this. I'm already a third way through the Pattern Keeper progress that I'm tracking, which of course doesn't include the back stitching and beads like I just said, but I mean, that's exciting. It's a lot more progress than I've been getting. The next whip I will insert a picture for. This is Mermaid of the Pearls. This is my Mirabilia. I'm stitching this as part of Mermaid. I got in 3,869 stitches since you last saw this. I had started this, it was at 10.5%, and we are now at 31.2%. I moved my fabric down and make you stop, and I started working bottom way up to the tail. I haven't filled in, I think the center of this is like the metallic threads. I haven't done that yet, but I really like how this is looking. It was a little tedious trying to stitch on this fabric because I had stopped up the holes. I dyed this fabric myself. It's a 16 count Aida, and I had tried using a spray fabric dye that's supposed to be sparkly to add some sparkle to it, and it closed up some of the Aida holes, which makes it kind of hard to stitch on. But it does look amazing on this. It's gonna look so nice when I finish stitching it, especially when I start adding all those pearl beads to it. So yes, I'm very, very happy. We are at a very good point. I've also gotten a lot more progress on this than I have in past months, so I may be looking to making this one of my finishes this year, and then I can move over to working on my other mirror that I already have on the go. But yes, I'm very, very happy with this. I'm not quite yet to my monthly goal for this, but I'm going to get close, so I'm very confident that I'm going to reach it for this month. So I'll be very happy about that, and then I'll see how I can integrate this more into some of my summer stitching. Okay, the next whip that I have to show you is my Mermaid Marina. I will insert a picture of what that one's going to look like here. This is the kit that was included in the 2024 Autumn Lane Stitchery Mermaid box. I'm stitching it on all the kit materials, 2/2 on 28 count linen in the colorway Crystal Splash. It's an opalescent. It's dyed by Pictures Plus. I'm really enjoying stitching on it. I have gotten a lot more progress in when I think I had started this for my 12x12 and it was only at 0.3%. I have put 2,879 stitches on this, so now it's officially at 14.7%. So almost at 15%. I'm quite close to meeting my monthly goal for this as well. This was also, I think this was all, okay, no, this wasn't a Stitch My Way to You project, but I am stitching it for Mermaid. But I did substitute this. I had Siren of the Seas for my Stitch for You project, or Stitch My Way to You project, and that one I finished before the end of 2024. And since this is supposed to be for 2025, I just went ahead and subbed this, which is another, Siren of the Seas is another Autumn Lane Stitchery Mermaid, so I figured it would be a good substitution. So yes, I have to look back at, maybe I have it written down here. So I do have a goal of 6,646 stitches on this. I've not reached that. The only stitching I've done for this year has been the one that I've done here recently, which is 2,879. The monthly goal is supposed to be 3,000 stitches, so I'll be maybe a little close to halfway there by the end of this month. So yes, I'll have to keep track of that one. I've been keeping track more of this on Instagram, so if you want to see more updates of my stitching stuff on there, you'll see that. So yes, Mad Morty picked this one. So I have 6,457 stitches to do on my Mermaid of the Pearls for Stitch My Way to You. That one is almost there, because I think I had a goal of 5,000 stitches for this month. And I'm almost there for my Mermaid of the Pearls. So I'll update you on my monthly wrap-up where I got to as far as that. And I'll definitely be pulling it out again because I'll try to see if I can get it finished this year. And of course for my Sal, I'll have to get more progress. But yes, I'm debating. Let me know, comment down below if you think, because this is a pretty big pattern and there are a lot more gaps in this for the metallics. There's a lot of metallics in this one. So that's what all these spaces are right now. They're not actually beads yet. I don't think I have any beads. All this right now is just metallics. Do you think I should just go ahead and fill in the metallics once I get like the full stitching done for the cotton floss? Or should I just wait at the end like I usually do, stitch all the metallics and then stitch the beads? I don't know. I just feel like because this one has so many metallics, I think it has like 6 different petite treasure braids in it. There's going to be a lot of gaps in the design, and it'll be easier to count off if I just go ahead and fill in those gaps after I finish the regular DMC around it. But yeah, leave me in the comments below your thoughts on that, and maybe it'll help me come to a decision. And then I think we have one more. Yes, so Cauldron of Myrrh. That is my last one. I will insert a picture of what it's going to look like here. And this is where we're at now. I did not do a lot of stitching on this. I think we started off at 1.3% from last year, and I'm officially at 2%. I did 332 stitches on this. I'm doing this on a 22 count hard anchor that I dyed myself, and I'm doing it 10 stitch, 2/1 10 stitch. I think I need to get more done on this because there is quite a lot of blocking across this. I just need to sit down and make it a priority. I know I was trying to do a lot of other things. So this one is one of those monthly goals that I might not hit my number on because we only have a few days left in May. So we will see, but I definitely do want to get progress on this, and I was planning on getting more significant progress around October because of Halloween, and it's like a witchy mermaid. But if I want to see a potential finish, I am going to have to get more work on this one. And the more that I do, the more progress I make, the more I'll be motivated to work on it. So, because I'm finding that's the case with some of my older whips that I kind of just let go by the wayside. So that is all of my progress since the last time I saw you. I'm going to show you my calendar so you can see my numbers. So for this past week and I count my weeks from Sunday to Saturday. So from the 18th to the 24th, I got 5,191 stitches, and then I have a pretty good stitch count. I think I'm already over 3,000 stitches for this week we're currently in. But give you the ending stitch count for that during my monthly wrap up, and then I'll give you a monthly total too. Yes. So been trying to keep up with my stitching. I have kept up with stitching on my Angel of Elegance. Daily, there was a couple days where I had like a family event that I knew I was going to do stitching, but overall I've done good about keeping up with that. And then hitting all my other goals for Mermaid. So I'm happy about that. I was thinking I might be able to get some more full coverage. I think I'm already going to pass like my 1,000 stitches a day by the end of the month. That was just, I don't know, I've been getting a lot. I think I've gotten the most progress all year this month, and I want to keep that up. But I think I had like I always try to overshoot it. You know, when you hit a goal and then you try to pass it again. I was trying to think about like, oh, maybe I could get progress on each of my full coverages, but I have so many on the go right now that I just don't think that's going to be realistic if I want to go ahead and finish up the goals I have for my Mermaid. So we'll see about that. So yes, those are my numbers. For haul this week, I went to 2 places. I went to the craft place in Nashville called Smart Art Supplies. If you ever go there, they're a really, really good thrift craft store, and it's a nonprofit organization, so a lot of their proceeds go to helping adults with disabilities, and I might try to see if I link the website so you can check them out. But I know people who drive hours there to go to different sales that they have. Sometimes they'll have basket sales where you can get a whole basket of art supplies in the store for $20, $30. They're going to have their dollar sale this coming up week if anybody's close by and wants to participate in that. And over this past Memorial Day weekend, they did a yarn sale, so I bought a lot of their yarn. I'm not going to show you all of it because it's a lot. But I also went by their fiber. They have like a bit of a cross-stitching section, and I got all of this. I'm going to show you everything that I got, and then I'm going to tell you the total. So I got this. These are watercolors, so it's more like a pearl cotton dyed by Karen. I got a partial card of Splendor Silk in a nice yellow. I got what looks like a partial card of Gentle Arts and Fragrant Cloves. I got a partial skein of Soie Cristale by Karen. It's a 12-ply silk in like a pale ecru white color. What is the color code for this? Okay, it says color 0057. I got a Splendor Silk. Okay, so the color code for this yellow was S933. This is S853. Nice dark brown. I got another Soie Cristale 12-ply silk in color code 3041. Nice red. Another one in color code 5024 in a nice green. This, I got this. I'm not sure if this is Floche, DMC Floche. It looks like that's what this was, but I wasn't too sure. Because the card, I don't know, it doesn't have both cards on it. It has the number code 2346, but I just thought it was interesting, so I grabbed that. There's some random pearl cottons here. I'm wondering why. This one looks like it's dyed, like it's over dyed. This one doesn't look like it, but I grabbed those. I grabbed another one of these. It's a Soie Cristale. I think these are silks, but it's not over dyed, and it's not like variegated. It's just a solid color by Karen. Maybe that's the difference from the water lilies. This is color code 7003. This feels like a silk, but I don't have a card to go with it. So I must have just grabbed it based off feel. I got a partial, well, I can't tell this is partial or full skein of Sweet Potato Weeks Dye Works over dyed. And then this, another Gentle Art sampler threads in the colorway Summer Meadow. It's really pretty. And then I got a full skein of Gloriana in the colorway Arroyo number 172. So like this alone would have been more than worth what all of this cost me. This was $3.25. You heard me correctly. $3.25. I think they had each of these at like 25 cents. Now I will say there was a section of like needlepoint that they had almost full cards of like the Splendor Silk for $3 each. It's still a little bit cheaper than you might find it at a cross-stitch store. I'm wondering if they'll have any left over for the Dollar Day sale. That's why I'm probably gonna end up making a hike over there again this weekend, just to see. And if they don't, then it is what it is. But yes, I'm very happy with what I got there. And then I also grabbed some yarn. So I stopped by my local craft store, which is So Ducking Right. They also had yarn there. They had like this whole cone for $5. I'm thinking maybe I can use this to maybe try to crochet a swimsuit. I've always had that in my mind to do, or maybe a bag of some sort. We'll see. I haven't decided. And then I found some really interesting, they had all their yarn at 50% off at Smart. So I got this Ito. I thought I could like blend it with another yarn and add some sparkle. They had some, I was really drawn to the like Stellina yarn that they had. This has like a slight opalescent sparkle to it. This has some blue sparkles. I got a purple, a darker blue. My oven's going off. Gotta go get that. I got this variegated Crofter DK Fair Owl Effect DK yarn. I got like 3 different balls of that in different colors. I got this really pretty red color. It says it's Merino, extra fine, made in Italy. Just yarns that I don't typically see like at my nearest yarn stores, which would be Hobby Lobby. We don't have a Joann's anymore. Michael's or Walmart. I still got these. It was cute. I figure I could use it to make another baby blanket or something. And I also got some of this fuzzy thread. And again, I'm not going to show you all the yarn. It's a lot. Got this really thick, fluffy faux fur yarn. I've been like slowly but surely collecting a bunch of that. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with it, but it's probably going to be like a big patchwork design. And then I got some of this stuff that's nice and fuzzy. And purple. Because who else is drawn to purple? So yeah, that was all my haul. Just a bunch of yarn and those cross-stitch threads that I found. Shoutouts, I don't have a lot. I'm still planning on doing a video because I can show you my baby blanket. I finally finished the body. I just gotta do the edging. So this is officially, I had to keep stitching the body all the way to 44 inches. I have to finish this last row that I'm doing here. But I'm ready to do the edging now, and the edging's not super complicated, so this is almost finished. It's got these nice little bobble clusters. They're called clusters. Gives it a nice texture. It's plenty long. 44 inches is just under 4 feet, so we have that. So I am on track to finish that before the baby shower next month. So I'm happy about that. My plans, I want to finish up the last bit of stitching that I have to do on my mermaids to meet my goals on those, and then double down on Cauldron of Mer because I definitely have a ways to go if I want to get my stitch count goal for that. Leave me your thoughts about whether I should stitch in the metallics on the Mermaid Marina, and let me know if you are stitching on any mermaids, or if the Stitch My Way to You style interests you. If you're interested, you could still, we're still not too far into 2025 to where you could participate. You can go to my Instagram. I think I have it pinned on there, how I did mine, and then people can comment. I saw an amazing pattern. I'm not going to show it here. I'm going to show it in the next video or I might end up showing it to you when I receive it, because I'm hoping to maybe get my husband to purchase it for me for a birthday gift. But we shall see. It is a wonderful mermaid couple, and I just saw it on Instagram, which I immediately linked it and sent it to my husband. So if he gets that for me, you'll be seeing that too, and maybe that'll have to be my start. I still haven't started any of the kits that my sister sent me. I'm really enjoying getting progress on the mermaids that I have. So I haven't started anything new, but if we get into next month, I might go ahead and just start one of those. I'll have to see what I end up doing as like a take to work project. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I'm still planning on doing a video where I go through who I've been watching on Flosstube and give you some recommendations while I'm working on my crochet. And maybe you'll see some other crochet projects that I've been meaning to do now that I have all this yarn. till next time, happy stitching. Bye.